The world of industrial design is becoming more integrated into the mainstream with each passing year. Everything you see around you has been designed, from furniture to lighting, kitchen utensils, and transportation. Every year we get announcements for new and shiny devices, and we anticipate the design for months prior and discuss it for years to come. To successfully design a product, you need to consider the use case, the function, the manufacturing method, the price point, and the audience on a personal and societal scale. Simply put, producing a product comes down to the emotional and the practical. Hey, I'm Sam and I do design, and in the video today, I will be looking at two products that I hate. Now, I'm a designer in my day job, and I have a strong opinion about whether prioritizing emotional or practical design is more critical during the product development. Engineers will inherently feel the opposite. So, to avoid all bias, I will focus on two products that I hate in this video, two examples that I think are straight up bad products. I know I'm already late to the party, but in the video today, we'll discuss the Cybertruck and the new Dyson Zone. Make no mistake about it, I hate both of these products. But the flavor of hatred is different for both, and I want to discuss why. Firstly, let's talk about the Cybertruck. It was unveiled on the 19th of November, way back in 2019, and is expected to ship in 2023. The design is a counterattack against anything that's currently on the market right now. Geometric panels intersect at crisp angles, while the bare metal finish speaks of industrial utilitarianism. This thing is a statement. The Cybertruck hit the headlines and became one of the most talked about cars of 2019. Companies like Ford had to play second fiddle to the Cybertruck in the 2019 news cycle, with the Ford Mach-E being unveiled just 2 days before, on the 17th of November, 2019. From this Google Analytics graph, we can see that the Ford got absolutely smoked in terms of online interest, and the Cybertruck saw over 4 times the online engagement over a far more extended period. I don't think this is because the Cybertruck is a better design than the Mach-E. After all, it's not. It's impractical, too large, and way too angular to meet EU pedestrian and cyclist regulations. It probably won't be considered road legal outside of the US. I don't care what you say, designing a product that's illegal to use is bad design. Instead, the Cybertruck offered something fresh and new, and our smooth brains went absolutely crazy for the vehicle that we probably drew when we were 7 years old. Tesla had pulled on the heartstrings of everyone online to create a visceral reaction to the Cybertruck. Whether the hot takes on Twitter loved it or hated it that week, it didn't matter. All press was good press. And in traditional Elon Musk style, an army of followers was ready to defend the new Tesla from behind their keyboards until their fingers turned blue. Tesla's strategy for marketing, and most of what Elon does, is all about getting online traction from traditional journalism right through to memes. After the unveiling, there was plenty to talk about, including the infamous unbreakable glass being smashed live on stage. Tesla has recently held another conference to update the Cybertruck, promising improved manufacturing tolerances to measure panel gaps in microns, not millimeters, but that remains to be seen. So, Tesla played with our emotions and created a car that's exciting, new, and thinks outside the box, but it's also impractical, polarizing, and probably illegal. It's a shallow status symbol at best, arrogant and obnoxious. Thinking back to our emotional versus practical graph, we can see that the Cybertruck sits pretty far over on the emotional side. But let's take a look at the other side, the practical. Now, when I say practical in this sense, I don't mean it's intuitive or that it saves the user time. I mean that it's practical to make, unapologetically utilitarian. The human using this is the least efficient component and should be removed from the equation. In other words, An engineer probably designed it. Enter the Dyson Zone. This thing, I mean, wow. Designed to help with air pollution, these noise-cancelling earphones use air filters and fans to push a purified stream of air into your nose and mouth. Dyson is well renowned for mechanical, cyborg-like designs on vacuum cleaners and air purifiers. They're designed to look technical and complicated and give the impression that they are powerful pieces of machinery. This technical and mechanical design language can be found in all Dyson's products. And I think some of their designs are really unsuccessful. Many of their public bathroom taps and hand dryers need icons and instructions to indicate how to use them. All I'm saying is, if your public products need instructions to use them, they're probably not very well designed. But they're back with a vengeance with the Dyson Zone, which has apparently been in development way before the Pani D that we're currently in hit back in 2020. But that's precisely their problem. A lot has changed since 2016 when these headphones first went into development. They were created back when the public perception of pollutants was different. Their function is to stop contaminants from getting into our bodies. However, over the past 2 years, we've been struggling to keep pollutants from leaving our bodies. We're left with a product that blows air in and around your face and creates a positive pressure that flings the air from your lungs further into a room. They had 2 years to pull the plug on this project. 2 years of Pani D to read the room and assess whether people need fans strapped to their faces while everyone else has been trying to keep their breath to themselves. We haven't even spoken about the design yet. It's ugly. Not subjectively, objectively. It's a far cry from the premium finishes and materials used on a pair of Bang & Olufsen headphones, for example. Even the promotional material looks like cheap bits of plastic stuck on other plastic panels. It's over-designed and looks incredibly technical. It's somehow extraordinarily bulky, but also scarily fragile. The codes and cues of vacuum cleaners and hand dryers do not belong on the face as a wearable. Practically, I'm sure these headphones tick all of Dyson's manufacturing boxes. Part count, cost per part, decibel levels, filtration statistics, the list goes on. But personally, societally, emotionally, the Dyson Zone has already made the rounds on news outlets and social media, but not for the same reasons as the Cybertruck. Whereas Cybertruck had defenders and people genuinely excited for the launch, the Dyson Zone has been universally panned. Emotions often override rational thought. If you stop to think about the practicalities of the Cybertruck, you probably quickly come to realize a lot of its downfalls. But you're also probably quick to forgive it because of how cool it looks. On the flip side, the Dyson Zone is wrong on an emotional level. It completely disregards our collective shared experience from the past 2 years and claims to have solved personal air purification. In what reality? So, at the end of the day, which is worse? The Cybertruck or the Dyson fan? I hope you'll let me know your thoughts in the comments section below, but please keep it civil, keep it constructive. The moral of the story here is to always consider the other side of the emotional, practical graph, no matter where you personally prefer to be. A great product can't just be emotional. It needs to be manufactured to strict tolerances and price points. But in contrast, a great product can't just be practical. It needs to connect to people on an emotional level. Understanding both sides of the scale is vital when developing a product and bringing it to market. There is no development without practicalities, and without emotion, there is no market. As I said at the start, to make a truly great product, you need to consider the use case, the function, the manufacturing method, the price point, the audience on a personal and societal scale. Designers and engineers will always look at the problem from different angles, but listening to both sides is a win-win for everyone. So there we have it. That is my honest take on the Cybertruck and the Dyson Zone, two products that I really don't like. Like I said, please let me know your thoughts in the comments below, but do keep it civil. We are all friends here. And don't forget to like and comment and subscribe and hit the bell button and everything else that YouTube asks you to do. And I will see you all in the next video. Bye.